Have you ever delved into the mysterious stories of the Bible? Miracles, symbols, and miraculous events all conceal mysteries that have yet to be unraveled. From Moses' miracle at the Red Sea to the legendary Holy Grail and the forgotten Garden of Eden, these mysteries not only challenge faith, but also make science question its boundaries. Do you have the courage to explore? Here are 8 biblical mysteries that science has yet to explain. Be sure to subscribe and activate notifications so you don't miss out on the profound Bible and faith explorations we bring to you. From the earliest times when humans had no understanding of science, mysterious natural phenomena like thunder and storms were seen as signs of divine intervention. The belief that humans were created by God became a common belief, despite no one ever witnessing his presence. Today, with the remarkable development of science, humans have been able to explain many phenomena once considered mysterious. However, there are still many things that remain unexplained, such as the mysterious stories in the Bible, a religious book with deep influence in Christianity. Although scientists continue to seek evidence to validate or reject the contents of the Bible, the results obtained have not yet been fully convincing. Let's begin by exploring the miraculous birth of Jesus Christ. According to the Gospels of Luke and Matthew, Jesus is believed to have been born in Bethlehem around the beginning of the Common Era. His father was an ordinary carpenter, and his mother, the Virgin Mary, is said to have conceived Jesus after receiving a dream from an angel while remaining pure. While this may seem inexplicable by modern scientific standards, for Christian believers, it serves as a powerful proof of supernatural power beyond human understanding. Not only the virgin birth miracle, but the exact time of Jesus' birth is also an unanswered question. The December 25th Christmas holiday is not the actual birth date of Jesus, but it may have been chosen to coincide with the Roman Saturnalia festival, making it easier for Christianity to integrate into contemporary culture. In the Eastern Catholic branch, the Christmas celebration takes place on January 7th, creating differences in how the holiday is celebrated between Eastern and Western Europe. As historian Andrew McGowan stated, December 25th carries more cultural and theological meaning than historical basis, as it symbolizes light and rebirth during the cold winter season. The story of Jesus' birth is not just a religious landmark, but also a delicate fusion of faith, culture, and history, an eternal symbol that resonates with the souls of billions around the globe. 2. Did Jesus truly rise from the dead? Jesus' crucifixion on the cross is a symbol of divine sacrifice, an act of redemption for the sins of mankind. The Bible recounts that after his suffering, Jesus' body was taken down by his disciples, wrapped in linen, anointed with holy oil, and laid to rest in a new tomb given by Joseph of Arimathea. However, 3 days later, the tomb was found empty. The disappearance of Jesus' body led to numerous theories, becoming one of Christianity's greatest mysteries. According to the Bible, after the resurrection, Jesus appeared to his disciples and he stayed with them for 40 days. Throughout this time, he delivered valuable lessons, strengthening the faith in eternal life. The resurrection is not just a victory of life over death, but also the firm foundation of Christian faith. As St. Paul wrote, "If Christ has not been raised, our faith is futile." This event remains a controversial topic from a scientific viewpoint. Archaeologists have searched for evidence in Jerusalem, believed to be the tomb of Jesus. Some notable findings, like the Shroud of Turin, thought to have wrapped his body, have yet to be fully confirmed. Archaeologist Shimon Gibson remarked, "Although many relics from the time of Jesus exist, confirming any tomb as his is beyond the capacity of science." Additionally, non-biblical texts such as the Talmud and works by Tacitus and Josephus provide some indirect accounts of Jesus' existence, but do not offer conclusive answers regarding the resurrection. Some modern scholars are skeptical whether the resurrection tradition might have developed over time, becoming a symbol of hope and triumph over death rather than a literal historical event. The resurrection holds profound meanings. For Christians, it is a promise of salvation and eternal life. For skeptics, it is a lesson in the flexibility of faith when facing trials. Currently, historical science and religious faith continue to work in tandem to find answers to this mystery. The resurrection of Jesus remains a question that challenges humanity's understanding, while continuing to inspire creative debates about the fusion of religion and science. The Garden of Eden, according to Genesis, is a beautiful garden with 4 rivers flowing through it, and the tree of life, where Adam and Eve lived in peace before they sinned by eating the forbidden fruit. However, the question of the Garden of Eden's actual location and whether it is a real historical place remains a subject of debate in both scientific and religious studies. A common theory is that the Garden of Eden might have been in the Middle East, where the Tigris and Euphrates rivers flow today. Although these rivers still exist, no archaeological evidence has yet been found to confirm the existence of the Garden of Eden, leading many to doubt the story's authenticity. Some scholars argue that the Garden of Eden may not be a real place, but rather a symbol of perfection, representing the beginning of humanity's relationship with God. Moreover, various ancient cultures also have stories of sacred places where humans lived harmoniously with nature in the early days before any downfall occurred. This suggests that the Garden of Eden story may symbolize a universal belief in an initial golden age rather than a specific historical event. Current scientific and archaeological studies have failed to provide clear evidence that the Garden of Eden is a real geographical location. However, this mystery continues to attract attention, both as part of religious beliefs and as a mysterious story that humanity continues to explore and seek answers for. Fourth, the Holy Grail in the Last Supper. The mystery of the Holy Grail in Jesus' Last Supper has inspired and captivated humanity for over 2,000 years. Around the year 3033 AD, in a secret room in Jerusalem, Jesus shared a final meal with his 12 disciples before being arrested and taken to execution. During this meal, an important item appeared, a cup of wine that Jesus used, later hidden and lost. According to Christian tradition, this cup is called the Holy Grail, a sacred item symbolizing the new covenant between God and humanity. The Holy Grail, an object of immense religious and symbolic value, was used by Jesus to transform wine into his holy blood, a memorable event in the history of salvation. Since then, the Holy Grail has become a symbol of eternal life, salvation, and sacred blood. Its story has captivated the attention of both Christian followers and those fascinated by the mystical throughout the ages. Over the course of 2,000 years, countless stories have been told about knights and kings involved in the quest for the Holy Grail, including King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, as well as the Knights Templar, who are believed to have held valuable information about the Grail's hidden location. Legends say that whoever holds the Holy Grail will possess unparalleled power, for it is not just a historical artifact but the key to unlocking supernatural power. However, despite numerous searches, no one has definitively proven the existence of the Holy Grail. While many claim to have discovered it, these claims have always led to controversy and conflict. Conflicts, betrayals, and even violence have erupted over attempts to claim or protect the artifact. In the end, the greatest question remains whether the Holy Grail exists. If it does, is it merely an object for worship, or does it hold a mysterious secret that could change the world as we know it? However, the legendary and mysterious stories surrounding the Holy Grail continue to endure over time, awakening human belief and curiosity about the mystical connection between heaven and earth, the divine and humanity. To this day, the mystery of the Holy Grail remains one of the most controversial and fascinating tales, raising countless unanswered questions about the power of faith. Fifth, Moses and the Red Sea. The mysterious story of Moses parting the Red Sea to lead the Israelites out of Egyptian slavery is one of the most divine and mysterious miracles in the Bible. According to the Bible, when Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt, they were pursued by Pharaoh's army and cornered at the Red Sea. In a moment of despair, Moses prayed to God, and in a miraculous instant, God commanded him to raise his hand, and the Red Sea parted, creating a dry path for the Israelites. When the Egyptian army followed, the waves crashed down, drowning them all. The mystery of Moses parting the Red Sea has sparked numerous questions about the feasibility and reality of the phenomenon. Scholars and scientists have proposed various hypotheses, with some believing it to be a divine miracle, while others seek a more natural explanation. One frequently mentioned hypothesis is the sea trench theory, where part of the Red Sea may have temporarily receded due to factors such as tides or strong winds. However, no explanation has been able to fully prove this event scientifically. The story of Moses parting the Red Sea is not just a historical account, but a powerful spiritual symbol. It represents liberation, overcoming the harsh trials that humanity faces. For Christian believers, this event is a clear testament to God's intervention in history, demonstrating his love and protection for the faithful. Although archaeologists have endeavored to find physical evidence of this event, no discovery has been convincing enough to confirm the parting of the Red Sea as described in the Bible. Some scholars believe this story may be more of a legend, symbolizing higher truths than a literal historical event. Traces of ancient civilizations in the region and stories passed down through generations continue to create a mysterious image of a miraculous event that cannot be fully explained. Whether we can explain this event through scientific theory or not, the story of Moses and the Red Sea remains a strong symbol of faith and deliverance in Christianity, and has been referenced in various cultures and beliefs for millennia. This mystery continues to provoke curiosity and urge those seeking answers about the inexplicable, miracles, and supernatural interventions in human life. 6. Why were people in the Bible able to live so long? The story in the book of Genesis tells that when Adam was 130 years old, he fathered a son named Seth, who is described as like him in his image. The story of Adam's age raises many questions, as in modern times, living past 130 years is extremely rare, not to mention the impossibility of bearing children at that age. Could the way of calculating years in ancient times differ from how we do it today, or is this just a symbol in the Bible? Some scholars hypothesize that the concept of year in the Bible could differ from the modern understanding, perhaps being a shorter cycle or based on a different unit. However, many researchers disagree with this theory, as the ancient Roman calendar, in use before Jesus Christ's time, was also used to record biblical texts. Therefore, Adam's 130 years might be more mythological or symbolic than accurate. Moreover, some theological scholars suggest that the extended lifespans of biblical figures, like Adam and Methuselah, 969 years, could have been intended to highlight their special relationship with God in the early days of humanity. In this context, the number 130 is not just a unit of time but also holds within it blessings, longevity, and perseverance in God's plan. Whether considered from a historical, scientific, or theological perspective, the story of Adam's lifespan continues to be a topic worth pondering. The story of Noah's Ark is a deeply symbolic legend reflecting the relationship between humanity and God. Some believe it to be a true event, while others argue it is merely a form of storytelling with a moral lesson, emphasizing God's absolute power. The story of the Great Flood and Noah's Ark is one of the standout tales in the book of Genesis, chapters 6 to 9. According to tradition, God, disappointed by humanity's sins, decided to destroy the world with a great flood to wipe out mankind. However, Noah, regarded as righteous, was warned in a dream and instructed on how to build a gigantic ark. The ark, 150 cubits long and 25 cubits wide, with 3 tiers, was designed to save Noah, his family, and pairs of animals from the catastrophe. While this story is symbolic, archaeological and scientific evidence suggests that a similar event might have occurred. A study indicates that around 8,500 BC, water from the Mediterranean overflowed through the Bosphorus Strait due to rising sea levels, causing a massive flood spanning 96,560 square kilometers. This event could have inspired flood myths in ancient civilizations, including Christianity, Judaism, Islam, and Mesopotamian culture. Geologists William Ryan and Walter Pittman argue the story of a global flood may originate from a specific geological event in the Black Sea region. However, the details about the Ark and how all the animal species were gathered remain symbolic and difficult to explain scientifically. Theologian Alistair McGrath suggests, the story of Noah is not merely a historical account, but a lesson in loyalty, salvation, and absolute faith in God. These legends continue to enrich the cultural, historical, and religious foundations of humanity, while opening up many fascinating questions about the intersection of science and faith. Did dinosaurs really appear in the Bible? Dinosaurs were massive creatures that dominated Earth around 200 million years ago, but they became extinct long before humanity appeared. Therefore, there could have been no direct interaction between humans and dinosaurs. Nevertheless, in the Bible, especially in the book of Job, chapter 40:15-24, there is a description of a mysterious creature called Behemoth. This creature has many features resembling large reptiles, leading many to speculate that it might be a depiction of dinosaurs. It eats grass like an ox, its strength is in its hips, and its belly muscles are firm. Its tail is like a cedar tree, the sinews of its thighs are tightly knit. Its bones are like tubes of bronze, its legs like iron pillars. It is the chief of God's works. Only its maker can approach it with a sword. Job 40:15-24, Modern Bible Translation. Could the description of Behemoth be referring to a dinosaur, considering that humans had not yet discovered dinosaur fossils at the time the Bible was written? Some scholars believe Behemoth could be a large animal from that era, like a hippopotamus or an elephant. But the description of its tail like a cedar tree doesn't match the tails of these animals. Another hypothesis is that the description of Behemoth may have originated from imagination or a blend of ancient folklore about giant creatures. Before science advanced, ancient people might have discovered dinosaur fossils without fully understanding them. Some of these fossils may have inspired myths, including those in the Bible. According to paleontologist Adrienne Mayer, dinosaur fossils may have been discovered by ancient people and interpreted as gigantic creatures in their legends. The first fossil hunters, Paleontology in Greek and Roman times, 2000. This suggests that the description in the Bible may not necessarily refer to dinosaurs, but it reflects humanity's admiration for magnificent creatures in nature. Therefore, whether this description is symbolic or refers to a real animal, it still raises many interesting questions about how ancient people perceived and explained the mysteries around them. So, we have explored the 8 great mysteries in the Bible, stories that captivate due to their mystery and the spiritual faith they embody. While modern science has explained many phenomena, there are still unresolved mysteries, or those that remain controversial. Are these mysteries historical truths, or merely profound symbols of faith? Or are they just colorful, imaginary tales? That depends on how you perceive them and what you believe. Share your perspective in the comments. Do you believe in these stories or not? If this video brought value to you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with those you care about. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next exciting videos.